What's up? This is Alaric, and today I'm here with George Cheong. Now, George is one of my clients, and he's also a very, very good friend of mine, and he's a very, very successful real estate agent. Okay, so today I'm here to interview some tips about real estate with him, so that he can add value to all of you. Okay, so let's start. So, George, maybe you can start sharing a bit about yourself. Like, how do you join the real estate industry? And then we can go on from there. Yeah.
Okay, I joined the real estate since 2003. So in my early days, I'm a part-time agent. So I mainly only focus on making additional income. So as long as people come to me and they tell me they want to buy or they want to sell property, I will try my best to satisfy what they want. So that was in my past. So throughout these 18 years in the industry, I see the ups and downs of the property market. I witness people making money from property. I also see people losing money in their investment. And worst of all, I see property owners hold their property from earning money to losing their money. This really made me very heart pain seeing people losing money in their real estate investment. With the advancement in this digital era, information are very easily accessible by the public from the internet. So with tons of information found online, people might have a hard time to differentiate which piece of information is true, what is fake. Then I do a reflection and I realized that I can do better. So to many people, property purchase is one of the most important and perhaps their most expensive investment in their life. Therefore, property owners deserve to have the right to make sound decisions in investment before they can commit to make any property purchase. So with a better understanding of the market movement and the right strategy, I believe the chances of losing money can be minimized.
So what keeps you motivated to stay in this industry for so long? Like 18 years is a long time, right? Yeah.
Yes, correct. So what keeps me motivated in this business is because I believe I can help people to realize their retirement needs. I want to help people to retire better and being able to self-sustain so that they don't have to burden their children on their living expenses. Is it okay for me to share some of my personal experience?
Sure, of course.
Okay. The reason why I feel that being self-sustainable is important is because I'm one of those sandwich class where I'm held between supporting my elderly parents and my young children. I've been struggling for years to support them and it's been very tiring and taxing. And I do not want my son to end up like me in the future. Therefore, I need to plan ahead to make myself self-sustainable before my retirement. So allow me to illustrate further with my parents' example. My parents bought their 3-room HDB flat 40 years ago, and it's only at the price of 20,000. And today, the property is worth 350,000.
Wow.
Not bad, right? Yeah, not bad, right? But what if today I lost my income? I cannot support them anymore. What are their options? So they got one. The first option they have, maybe they can rent out one of their rooms and they stay in another room to make a rental income. But renting out a room at the moment, at the market rate, it will cost only about $800. And I think based on today's money expenses of $1,500 to $2,000, I think 800 is barely not enough. So they can go for the next option to sell the house and downgrade. But since they're staying a 3-room flat, they got no other alternative. They can only get a studio apartment from government that maybe costs around 90K. So with the selling price of 350K and minus 90K for the new purchase, including maybe the agent commission, some minor renovation, maybe they only left with 250K of cash. So with this 250K of cash, how long can they survive? Let's say based on the 2,000 money expenses, I think they can only survive about 125 months. And that is only roughly about 10 years and 5 months. And all this money is excluding inflation. But my parents are lucky. Their HDB got on board 10 years ago. And they brought a brand new 4-room HDB flat from government. And now, 10 years later, their property value 650K. So it's a much more better scenario, right?
Yeah.
But and now this time, I lost my income. So what are their options? So now, because with a bigger flat, so they got better options. So option 1, they can rent out 2 rooms and then stay in their master room, and they can fetch income of roughly 2 rooms of 800, maybe about 1,006. And if they really control their spending, it might still be sustainable for them. Because if let's say maybe they don't like to stay with people, so they can always sell off their 4-room flat and downroom to a 3-room HDB. And of course, after all of the expenses and all the costs, maybe they sell off their house at 750K, they bought another 3-room flat at 350K, so they left with 300K. And if they can maybe rent out 1 room at $800 per month, so I think their income, they are still sustainable. And of course, they can have a much better option. That's to sell off their house and downgrade to a studio apartment. And after the sales proceed, so they might be left with about 550K, and 550K based on 2K money expenses. So roughly it can last him about 275 months, which is more than 22 years. I think this is a very good figure if they want looking at retirement.
Got it. Okay, so let me just recap. Okay, so you're saying, okay, in the previous house, the 350K house, they can either rent it out or they can sell it, correct? If they sell it, they can buy a studio that's like 90K. Are you sure that studio there's 90K nowadays?
Yeah, it's the government studio for the seniors. Only 55 years old and above they can apply. And the list is 30 years, 30 to 45, depending on the age. I
love how you're an expert at this and you know all this so well. And I like how you calculate everything, calculate to the month, how the monthly expenses. I think if people watch this interview and they want a calculation like that, can they get a calculation for you for free or you charge or?
Okay, normally most of the corporate agents, they will do for free to their clients. Yeah.
Okay, so if people watch this interview, they can go and look for you for free. Okay. Maybe later tell me your contact number or tell me how to contact you, so that they can contact you. Okay. Now, so okay, so let's recap. So option 1 is rent 1 room. Option 2 is sell and downgrade. Okay. Yeah. So you're saying that now that they got lucky, the same scenario, now they can rent 2 rooms. Okay, is there a reason why they can only rent 1 room or rent 2 rooms? Is it because of government regulation, or is it because like they had to stay in 1 room themselves? That's why they can only rent 1 room.
Yes, there are some regulations. Let's say you buy a brand new flat from HDB. There's a MOP, a minimum occupation period, before you can rent out the whole house. So let's say your house is less than 5 years, you can't rent out room. You need to stay inside the house before you can and rent the extra rooms to your tenants.
Got it.
So
okay.
After 10 years, after 5 years, they got option to rent out the whole house, but they must write into the HDB to let them know. Yeah.
Okay, understand. So so option 1 now would be they can rent the 2 rooms because now they have a 4-bedroom. Okay. Or number 2, they can sell their 4-room HDB and downgrade to 3-room HDB. Okay. And then rent out 1 room. Still sustainable, right? And then option 3 is they sell and downgrade to studio. Okay, I know like now when people listen to this, if they cannot see the numbers, it might not make so much of sense. But basically, it's either they rent 2 rooms, or they sell their 4-room and downgrade to a 3-room, or they sell and they downgrade to a studio. Okay, so basically like that. Okay,
it's depending on their lifestyle and on their comfort.
So which is better? Which is better, or is it based on personal preference?
Actually, I got a much more better option.
Okay, what's the better option?
So let's say instead of buying a 4-room HDB with the fund, if let's say they have bought an executive condominium, right? So in today's market, the condominium will worth about 1.1 million. So I think with a 1.1 million for retirement, maybe after even minus off the house and the downgrade to a smaller HDB, I think the fund is very sufficient. And if let's say they really want to be self-sustainable, they can rent out their condo. So a condo will roughly cost about 3,500 if you rent out the whole unit, I mean the whole house. And then they rent a HDB, maybe a 3 HDB at 1,500 to stay. So, and they will have a passive income of 2,000 per month. And with this $2,000, I think they are very sustainable. So they don't have to depend on their kids for money to live on.
Got it.
So there are always a lot of options. Yeah.
Got it. So what kind of services do you provide as a real estate agent? Yeah. And how are you different from other people?
Okay, normally when I meet the client, my prospect, normally I dive deep into their finance to check how I can best start their retirement planning. Because I'm different from other agents. Other agents, they're only interested in selling, buying, and telling how much money they can make from the property. But for me, I plan for long term. From the first day that you buy a property, I will give you advice on your retirement planning. So I will plan out each step from where they are now to how they can achieve their retirement goals. I also give advice on how they can restructure their property portfolio through detailed finance analysis and proper risk management analysis, so that they can grow their wealth over time with my asset progression planning with proper refinancing.
Cool. So, okay, just like you mentioned about free consultation, right? So, do you give a free consultation, and how can people get one?
Yes. Normally, I'll give a free one-to-one consultation when they click into my link, or they give me a call or drop me a message. Then I will meet up the prospect. And normally, I only serve people who want to plan for their retirement using their properties. Because I'm more of the long-term guy. I don't want to do a one-time business and then you don't see me anymore.
Yeah. So how can people contact you?
So they can I can send the link on this video, and they can actually click on the link to make appointment with me.
I mean, this video won't have a link, but like I could.
Maybe later.
Yeah. Okay. Or maybe do you have your email address or your Facebook or your WhatsApp or something that they can contact you?
Yeah, sure. Yes, of course.
Okay. Okay. You want to give it, or okay? I'll just put it in the description. Okay. Now, so what do you cover during the consultation session?
So during the consultation session, actually I will try to find out more about their current situation. What are their needs? What are their obstacles and pain and any other issue they are facing? So normally I will start with why they need to sell their property. Is it because they need a bigger place for a growing family? Or is it because they are shifting near to their children's school for convenience? Or is it because they earn some money and they want to upgrade in buying a bigger house or buying or even multiple properties? But of course, there are other extreme reasons, like maybe they need to downsize because of retirement. They want to cash out their house for retirement, or maybe because their business are in trouble and they need to pay off some debts. So all this I need to find out what are their reasons behind the selling. Then I would do up their financial calculation based on their current property value. Is it a positive sale or negative sale? How much they can profit if, let's say, they sell the house, or how much they will lose when they sell the house. Then of course I also need to calculate about their age and income, so that I know about their loan eligibility, how much they can borrow from the bank. And only knowing how much they can borrow from the bank, they can plan what kind of property they can invest in. And of course, I need to find out their funds, their CPF, and their cash available for the down payment and the installment. Then with all this info, then I will propose what I can offer to help them to overcome their current situations. And at the end of the presentation, if we find that they are at the right fit, we can always work together and bring their property journey to the next level. That means we're looking to the retirement.
Got it. Okay, so what is your view that everyone should do with their property?
Okay, I find that property actually is one of the vehicles that can drive you to a better retirement. And my end goal is to help everybody I can to achieve an earlier and if not a better retirement life with self-sustainability. And all this can be done through proper portfolio planning by proper upgrading or right sizing their property to cash out fund for a comfortable retirement. And with all this correct planning, retirement can be safe and comfortable.
Cool. So last question, how can people follow you and all this, you know? Yeah.
Okay, they actually can follow me on my Facebook page or even my YouTube video and my YouTube channel.
George Cheong, or like just tell me what's the name or something.
Okay, you can follow me at my Facebook at George Cheong 74.
Okay.
I can also have property pages.
Okay. Okay, sounds good. Thank you so much for this interview. I think it was very insightful, especially you share your personal story, and you also share, like, you know, why you're different from everyone and how you come at the finances. And I like how you are very calculative, like you calculate. I like how you are very analytical and like you calculate, you know, everything to the month and the expenses and all this kind of stuff. I think you will add a lot of value to the people who go for a free consultation with you. So those of you who want to get a free consultation, definitely go and look for George. I'm sure you can get a lot of insights from him. All right. Okay. Thank you so much for being on this interview. It was a pleasure learning from you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much.